1, 16, 18. Re 6. 6. Wheat heb. Chit middle doctor. Gr. Cetos, either by itself or mixed with other grains, was commonly made into bread. X29. 2. As 4. 9. This cereal could also be eaten or mount 12. 1 and was made into grits by crushing its kernels. Especially the green ears of wheat were prepared by roasting. La 2. 14. 2 to 17. 28. Wheat was exacted as tribute from defeated tribes or nations 2 ch 27. 5, and it figured in offerings made to Jehovah. 1 ch 23. 29. As 6. 9, 10. The plant itself, when young, resembles grass and is bright green. Mature wheat, however, may measure from 0.6 to 1.5 meters, 2 to 5 feet in height and is golden brown. Its leaves are long and slender, and the central stem terminates in a head of kernels. One variety of wheat Triticum compositum cultivated in Egypt of old, and still encountered there, has several ears per stalk. Compare G41. 22, 23. The varieties of wheat that have been commonly cultivated in Palestine in more recent years, and likely also in Bible times, are O textoi acute miritra longo, wheel 1180 to Jehovah, the sons of the kingdom. Mount 3. 12. 13. 24-30, 37, 38. Luke 3. 17. Both Jesus and the Apostle Paul mentioned wheat in illustrating the resurrection. Joe 12. 24. 1 Co 15. 35-38. And Jesus likened the test to come upon his disciples, as a result of the trials he was about to undergo, to the sifting of wheat. Luke 22. 31. Wheel. A circular frame of hard material that may be solid or spoked and that is capable of turning on an axle. Anciently, wooden planks were pegged together, rounded, and furnished with a rim felly, or felloe to form the early wheel. The spoke type was used on chariots, wagons, and other vehicles. X14. 25. Issa 5. 28. 28. 27. The 10 copper carriages that Solomon made for use at Jehovah's temple, each has a copper axle and 4 chariot-like copper wheels 1.5 cubits 67 centimeters. 26 inches high, with hubs, spokes, and rims. 1 Chi 7. 27-33. The potter fashioned earthenware vessels on a revolving horizontal disc called a potter's wheel. J 18. 3, 4. Also, a bucket might be lowered and raised in a cistern by means of rope attached to some type of wheel or windlass. EC 12. 6. Illustrative and figurative use. According to the Hebrew Masoretic text, Proverbs 20. 26 reads, "A wise king is scattering wicked people, and he turns around upon them a wheel." This seems to allude to an action of a king comparable to the use of the wheel in threshing grain. Compare Issa 28. 27, 28. The metaphor appears to indicate that the wise king acts promptly in separating wicked persons from righteous ones and in punishing the wicked. Thereby evil is suppressed in his domain. Compare PR 20. 8. However, by a slight alteration, this verse says that a wise king turns around upon the wicked their own hurtfulness. The uncontrolled tongue is a fire that sets the wheel of natural life aflame. The entire round or course of natural life into which a person came by birth can be set aflame by the tongue, making life become a vicious circle, possibly even resulting in its own destruction as if by fire. Just 3. 6. By the river Chbar in the land of the Chaldeans during the 5th year of King Jehoiachin's exile, Ezekiel envisioned Jehovah riding upon a swift-moving chariot-like celestial vehicle. Its 4 wheels had rims filled with eyes, and within each wheel was another wheel apparently at right angles, making it possible to go forward or to either side without changing the angle of the wheels. Beside each wheel was a cherub, the cherubic living creatures and wheels moving in unison as they were directed by the Spirit. As 1. 1-3, 15-21. 3. 13. The following year, Ezekiel had a similar vision, this time being transported, evidently by the spirit of inspiration, to a place before the temple that Solomon had built in Jerusalem. The vision that he saw indicated that soon that city and the temple would be destroyed in execution of Jehovah's judicial decision. As 8. 1-3. 10. 1-19. 11. 22. Some 60 years thereafter, Daniel envisioned the Ancient of Days, Jehovah, seated upon a heavenly, wheeled throne. Both throne and wheels were aflame, suggesting the approach of fiery divine judgment upon world powers. 7. 1, 9, 10. PS 97. 1-3. Whip. Usually a flexible cord or leather lash with a handle. This instrument has been used since ancient times to beat humans 2ch 11, 14 as well as to drive and direct animals. PR 26. 3. Na 3. 2. King Rehoboam boasted that, whereas his father Solomon had chastised the